Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. The weather is changing, things are getting cold. In this video I'm going to be washing my car out in the cold winter or late autumn. It's cold today, that's the main point. And I'm going to be giving you some tips on how you can make washing your car a little bit easier in winter. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So some winter tips. Tip number one, you'll have heard this one before, guys, is fill up your wash bucket with warm water. So you're not freezing your hands. You know, it's going to lower your temperature even more, and it's going to be like ice, and your finger's going to stiffen up. So warm water will just give you a little bit of a luxury thing going on. Obviously, warm water as well helps clean the car. I don't usually use warm water in the summer. You know, the detergents do a good enough job of lubricating and cleaning for me that I don't need the warm water. I'm primarily doing it so my hands don't freeze. It will warm them up. Tip number two, instead of using a 2-bucket wash method, we're going to utilise the foam cannon or the snow foam lance. So if you're wondering what this is the bottom of my snow foam lance. This is the Interdetailing Dr. Dirt with a 28, it fits all standard 28mm things, so it stops it toppling over. For the guys that haven't seen it, you can get that from Interdetailing. What else? As well as, so we're going to be snow foaming the car, we are then going to be using, and we'll be using Bilt Hamber Auto Foam, as always. In winter, your car will have lots more mud and road film on it. So, you know, that's kind of like a thicker layer of abrasive dirt on your car. So a more powerful pre-wash, a more fast-acting pre-wash. Well, the fast-acting thing's not so important right now in the winter, but a more powerful pre-wash that's going to get the most road film off is important. And we all know how good Bilt Hamber Auto Foam is in terms of horsepower and working quickly. The coolest thing about winter, guys, is suddenly, and cool temperatures, is suddenly your dwell times of these detergents, you're less worried about them drying, you know, and leaving soap residue on the car and all in the glass, and you don't always see it until you're drying. And then if you've got that white film, it's like, oh, you've got to go back and re-rinse. That risk goes down a little bit more in winter. You can leave the chemicals on longer to soak. You can change your wash method. You can pre-rinse the car with soap, leave the detergent on there, the snow foam, and go in and rinse your, and clean out your wheels. However, in the winter, your wheels will also tend to pick up a lot more road film as well. So you should perhaps consider with this is just covering your car with auto foam, blast out all the wheels first, leave the rest of the detergent on your car, then go and clean all 4 wheels, which will take you about 10 minutes, give or take the odd minute, and then go back and blast all of the auto foam off of the car. And that's what I'm going to be doing. After we've been doing that, I will then put the Autoglym Polar Wash, or you could use whatever shampoo you like. I'm just using this because it's been designed to be used in a lance, and I've got it. So I'm going to be chucking about 40, it says 50-50. So I'm going to be using about 125 ml of this in here. You don't need that much to cover the car in a blanket. The next tip is you can use a lot more soap as well when you're delivering it via the foam cannon. So you haven't got to keep going back to your bucket and scooping it up and dumping it on your car and moving it around. You can cover your car in lubrication. That's one of the advantages of using soap in a foam cannon. You can create so much frothy foam. It's all nice and skiddy and slippy, which works well. In the summer, you cover your car in that, and then the risk of it drying is a big problem. So I don't tend to do that. Okay, so we've only got kind of like a rinse bucket, and we've covered all the stuff. I've got a new Mitt that I'm trying out. This is from the company, what's the company called, but the company that brought us the Woolly Wormit wheel brush, which I'm also going to be using, which I'm still forming an opinion on this. This is a new wash mitt from the Woolly Wormit company. I think it costs about £9 or £10, something like that. So it's a Chanel microfiber, and the advantages for Chanel microfibers are perhaps as I've talked about before, when I say these might be the safest media for washing your car with, that's not just kind of something I've made up. I've sat, done a test with pro detailers where we've actually looked at this, and this format of wash media performed the best. Now, some of you are going to be saying, 9 or 10 quid, you can get these for like 4 or 5 quid, and you can. So that's a disadvantage. You're paying a bit more for this kind of branded one. It is a hand shape, so it's got a little thumb thing on it, which is an advantage. What else is nice about it? This bit here actually is tight on my wrist, so it's not moving around, which is nice. It feels like a glove. Feels really good. That's it really, guys. Other than that, it's a Chanel mitt. So if you're interested, I'll stick it in the link. So this is the Woolly Wormit Chanel wash mitt. What else is relevant to this? I haven't got a lot of equipment, guys. As well as the wash mitts, I've just got my brushes, and I'm using Detail Factory brushes, which I love. They look the part as well. I'm using my pressure washer, and I've got one drying towel, just a twist loop drying towel, double-sided. That is it. I'm going to have a bucket full of water as well. I don't think I'll bother with warm water in there. I might do. Yeah, I probably will do actually. Might as well, mightn't I? Well, I just said for the same reason, it keep my hands warm. And I'm going to use the last of my Meguiar's Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner, which, it's been a good servant. It didn't win against Bilt Hamber, and it's expensive, but I still think this is a good wheel cleaner product. It is what it is. It's just about 16, I think it was 16 quid. Apologies if I've got that wrong. So I won't be buying any more because it's a bit too pricey. But, I might as well use it, and it's going to do a good job. So that is all of my equipment, guys. I will also take one wet microfiber, and when I do the inside of my car, the missus has just invested in a Dyson Animal. She had some cheap cordless Chinese one that she stuck on the wall, and it had about as much suction as like me sucking on a straw. It was just rubbish. And I said to her, look, you didn't suck anything up, throw it away. And she went and bought like a Dyson Animal, which cost an arm and a leg, but they're quite good. And I'm quite happy about that because I can just nick it and it's like a cordless Hoover. All I want to do, cordless vacuum. The American viewers get the ump whenever I say Hoover because it's a brand, isn't it? But we all call them Hoovers in the UK. I could just grab that Dyson thing, Hoover out, vacuum out my footwell, and vacuum out little areas around the cockpit because it's usually just me in that car, and then I just have a damp cloth, or I can spritz of my APC on it and just wipe over, or O&R, and just wipe over the interior. And I literally want to spend 5 minutes on that interior, and I'll destroy that microfiber cloth in the process, because after I've cleaned the top areas, just give them a quick wipe down, I'll go down to the footwell and wipe out the accelerator pedal and all that sort of stuff. One important thing, guys, this is not detailing, this is me cleaning my car. I'm also, after I've cleaned my car, I'm going to be bringing it into the garage to polish it. Another thing for shooting this video, another reason for shooting this video is the car is back from the body shop. It's been back from the body shop for about a month, and it hasn't been properly washed since that time. I've just been kind of letting that paint cure off. The body shop look, to me, it was done by BMW, my local BMW dealership. They have done, as far as I can see, a fantastic job with the paintwork on the car, with the colour matching. There are no bogies on the car. There are no, like, what else do you get when you get painted cars? A missing colour match. It could be a bad colour match. The colour match looks spot on. It looks nice and glossy. But what most paint shops can't do, and I don't expect them to do, is polish the car to perfection, because that is time consuming. And you'd have to pay for it, and they're not charging you enough for them to sit there and also polish it for like 3 or 4 hours like I'm going to be doing. So we have a little bit of machine marring from where they've mopped it. We've got to tidy that up, and there's some slight buffer trailing. We don't have heavy lights, so I can't demo it to you, but it's not bad. And overall, the paintwork, I'm so pleased with what they've done. It is being painted by someone that knows what they're doing and has really done a good job. So that's fantastic. I can't wait to get it inside and then just polish it up to perfection and then get it reprotected. So that's sort of fun thing for me. So I'm going to enjoy this wash. Cleaning the car in the winter is it's kind of unpleasant. And the downside is, that you're just going to drive it out the drive, and within 5 minutes it's going to be plastered with dirt again. But you have to do it. You have to kind of keep on top of it, or else all that brake dust still builds up and it bakes on still as the tyre gets hotter. And if you leave it for months and months through the winter because you don't want to clean it, it's going to degrade your car. And I think, you know, part of the secret of keeping a nice car is to try and maintain it regularly. You know, even if it's quickly, that's fine, but just try and keep on top of it and not let dirt and contamination build up on your car. So guys, while I've been chatting away here for 11 minutes 54 seconds, I will overlay all of the footage of me washing it. I'll then finally come back in when the car is clean and finish off the video. By the time I say this, you will have already seen all the footage of me cleaning it. But who cares? It's always been a bit of a kind of, you know, dodgy production on this channel. So I'll see you in a second. My sweet Lord, where am I bound? Help me get my feet back on the ground. I left it all too late. Time's not on my side. The wheels were set in motion years before today. Oh Lord, tell me where I'm bound and help me get my feet back on the ground. So it came to this, got there all too fast. All you could hope for turned right on into dust. My sweet Lord, where am I bound? Help me get my feet back on the ground. My sweet Lord, where am I bound? Help me get my feet back on the ground. My sweet Lord, where am I bound? Help me get my feet back on the ground. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Nice to get back out there and wash the car. I love this time of the year where it's not bitterly freezing. It's just moving into winter and it's cold, but you can really soak and utilise detergents so much better this time of year. In the summer, I'm always mindful of the detergents working against me because they dry out on you and you have to use them really carefully. In the winter, you can let them dwell, you can work them, you can cover the car in lubrication. The Polar Wash, in the snow foam lance in winter is just awesome. You just cover the car in foam and it's all cool and it's slick and it's everywhere and you haven't got to keep going to pick up product in the bucket, but you've got your nice warm bucket of rinse water that you can just use to clean your mitt out every few kind of sections. It just makes sense and it's a nice way to do it. So hope the video was useful, guys. I would of course be using a drying aid normally, apart from I'm going to be polishing it, so that would have made drying it a lot easier, and I'd probably got the blower out as well outside, but you know, I just run out of time and the light's gone and it's starting to rain as well, so I brought it in and we're looking good. Just pan you around so you can see what's going on. Car, I need to get a new lens for this camera. I can't zoom it back anymore. But look, the car's looking great, ready, nice and clean to be polished. When I know it looks, I know you're thinking it doesn't need to be polished, but I'll turn the lights off and just show you some of the kind of low-level machine marring and stuff that's in there, and that's what I'm going to be tidying up. So it does need to be polished. Yes, it looks great to the normal eye, but you know, this is like the whole detailing thing, isn't it? We want it as best as it can be. So Thanks for watching. What else is going on? I'm going to be buying some new brake pads for these things and fitting them myself to save money. When you're wearing through brake pads and tyres for the track, costs a fortune. I'll be ordering some Kumo PS91s and running the car on those because they're about half the price of the Michelins, and I think that might make an interesting review as well to talk about the Kumos and how they perform. So thanks for watching, guys. Mrs. has just come back with a little one, so I better go in and do the old Family Guy thing. Take care, and I'll see you soon on the Forensics Detailing channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Bye now.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I when